right, Matt, how's it going? The
Hey,
man, the
man.
myth, the legend.
We'll see if I can live up to that. It's going well, man. How about you?
It's great. So, and that you onboarded Stealth Agents as your support, and so I just kind of wanted to talk about that and kind of just let us know, who you are, what your background is, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. So, as you said, my name is Matt Schmitt. I've been doing paid traffic for a better part of a decade now, in various different avenues, and most recently, so to speak, maybe in the last 6 years, has been e-commerce. I've had various different e-commerce sites over the years, and really focused on a handful of brands in the last couple of years, mainly one that you helped me on, and we've had quite a bit of an exponential growth in 2020, and that actually led us to have this conversation here.
Awesome. You've been blowing up to really, really, really good numbers there as well.
Yeah,
So what kind of service did we do for you? So if you can just let us, let the crowd know.
yeah,
And what did your business look like before Stealth Agents, and what did it look like after Stealth Agents? What was the difference there?
yeah. So, like you said, we've been doing really, really good numbers. We actually we're hitting several months. Just to put in maybe like a year a scale, right? I had big intentions of growing the brand, and we were doing it, growing and growing and growing. As we entered 2020, for various different reasons, it's been a really good year for a lot of people. It's been, it's definitely had some challenges, and that's what we'll talk about is how we approach those challenges. But in terms of, ads and everything like that, Facebook has been very cooperative, so to speak, this year. So we were able to do, on average this year, several, like 2, 3x what we were doing on an average last year. So in that growth, we were churning away, and lo and behold, here comes a pandemic, and the whole world starts to shut down in various ways. So we had some supplier issues that were coming up, as everybody, a lot of people did. Supplier, USPS backlog, a bunch of different things that were kind of popping up really, really fast, and you got a whole bunch of other stuff going on at the same time. And I really didn't have a solution, because I didn't have the time. I knew what to do. I knew I had to grow my team, right? So we had a good solid team that was handling, even with some of the upgrowth. We were growing and they were still handling it, but we hit this breaking point with not only the growth, but then, the pandemic, and we didn't have the time or the resources and able to handle the influx of customer service needs. So that's actually, we're in a mutual group together, and I posted in there, and you hit me up and introduced me to your service. I had no idea about it before, but that's where it really, you guys stepped in and really helped us quite a bit, because I didn't have the time to interview everybody, right? I mean, if you're talking about like doing thorough interviews with somebody, at minimum, you're talking about doing a couple of different rounds and getting people in, then getting trained. And, that if you have a problem now, you're going to be a couple of weeks before you have somebody on their feet, right? So the great thing about you guys was being able to step in with trained people, already vetted people. And I think we started, kind of small, and we even added on people midway through, or a little bit through. And they were all ready to go. And all we had to do was provide them with the SOPs that we already had, right? And they just kind of adapted. And that was really the great part of it, was that it took out, not only that you were able to handle the the service aspect, but the real big thing was I didn't have to deal with that training period, and that time is money right there. And there's an disclosed amount of money and time that are in that period of time, right? So that's the real big benefit, I think. The customer service has been great. You guys have been exponential there, but to being able to snap and all of a sudden my team grows by 10 was, really helped pull us through this crazy unprecedented time.
Right. And you guys were doing massive, massive numbers and massive tickets coming in. And
Yeah,
and I know we had up to 11 people in your
yeah,
team, and each one of them, they were doing roughly like anywhere from average about 100 to 120 tickets a day.
yeah.
Is that about right? So you
Yeah, I
guys can
mean,
imagine it's
even in a perfect world where everything was going like pre-COVID, or what we're doing now, we're getting back to that. That's still just doing, 1.5 to $2 million a month, like you're just naturally going to get an extremely high number of tickets. Because even if you
Absolutely.
take like a percentage of that, right? And you think about if you were doing 100 grand a month, say 1% of people email you, and then you 10x that, or 20x that, that 1% becomes enormous. So, yeah, even the normal times, we probably would have needed you guys, but in COVID times where UPS is completely backed up in Jersey and not providing any tracking updates, and all these this influx of things were coming in, then we definitely needed your guys' support then for sure.
Wonderful, wonderful, great.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be able to help support you and your company. And any last remarks? Anything else you would want to say about stealth agents and your experience so far?
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been great, extremely cost effective, which I know every business owner, especially in these times, is worried about. So, but in normal times as well, he should be. So, just a really awesome service that you guys were able to provide. I really appreciate the responsiveness, and even if there were little bumps in the road, you guys were 100% on top of it and quick to fix things. And I even threw a couple of curveballs at you guys for sure with some different tasks, and you were able to handle those as well. So I really appreciate the ability to not only scale with us, but also be adaptive and help us with the various things that were coming in, because that's kind of the name of the game right now, is just various fires that were popping up during the pandemic, and you guys were helping us take care of them all.
Wow, awesome. Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Matt, and thanks a lot, and really appreciate those kind words. Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, thank you
Bye-bye.
guys. See you.
Thanks.